This is Bansko, a popular ski resort at the foothills of the Vihren National Park. Thriving in the winter season, but in the summer it becomes a quiet haven for nature lovers, boasting a bunch of fantastic hikes for all abilities. It definitely feels like a ski resort as you walk around, with chalets and boarded up shops waiting for the high season to begin. We hadn't actually heard of Bansko before looking for a green spot on the map to escape the high summer prices and walk off all that Turkish food from Istanbul. Only a 2.5-hour bus journey from Sofia takes you to this charming little town. To start your hike, there are a few different ways to get up the mountain, such as by foot, taxi, bus, or gondola.
That leads us to now. We are here in the summer season and we are here specifically for the hiking. We have just jumped onto the gondola which will take us up the mountain, and we are going to go on our first hike in quite some time.
We're going to take it easy this time. We're just going to go with maybe 2 or 3 hours of walking today and then maybe ramp it up a bit for the next couple of days. The gondola has 2 stops, one mid-stop and one high stop. We got off at the high stop where there appears to be some kind of fun park or fun fair going on.
It's not really our scene because there are kids everywhere. And they are blasting music so loud it kind of ruins the ambience of the place. The one cool thing they have though is they have the longest water slide in Europe at 400 meters. But I saw some kids going on it, it went really slow, so I'm not sure if I want to do it.
Not as exciting as we thought it would be.
Once we started the hike, it took us about 20 or 30 minutes before we could stop hearing the music.
It was echoing.
Nice. Jigs.
It was echoing through the mountains like crazy. It kind of ruined the ambience of the hiking, but now we've outrun the sound and we can just enjoy the beautiful noise of nature. Vihren or Vihren Peak is the highest peak in Vihren National Park, which we definitely will not be climbing because we are not that fit.
Scattered across the national park is all of these little huts which you can go for refuge, you can sleep there, it's very cheap, you can also eat in the restaurant and you can top up your supplies.
We've just gone past the first one and it's about a 30-minute walk from there to the next one, but quite luckily we've got this nice little asphalt road to walk along, so it's a lot easier than the first section.
The next one that we're getting to is Vihren Hut, which we wanted to scout out because this is where all of the main treks in the area go from. So on the next video we're going to be getting a bus to there and then starting our hikes from there instead.
On the walk up to Vihren Hut, we've come across a little sign, which I cannot pronounce for the life of me, for a magnificent tree. This is 1,300-year-old tree, and I'm a big fan of trees. I don't know if any of you have ever gone back and watched our California series. We went to the Sequoia National Park.
And in Sherwood Forest as well.
And Sherwood Forest. I'm a big fan of trees. I love a good tree, I do. And this one is no exception. It's glorious. Although I did mention to Alex as we were walking up all of these wooden steps how it seemed kind of ironic that we chopped down all these trees to be able to go and actually see a tree. But I'm actually really glad they did because it's a nice tree to come and see. Also, there are some signs saying please don't climb on the branches, don't climb on the roots, but I think you have to be an absolute nut job to try and climb this tree. It's enormous, and if you fall, it is certain death.
It's pretty much guaranteed. Look down there.
So there's a lot of interesting wildlife here, which is one of the main reasons that we chose here. And they have bears, which you're guaranteed to get eaten by, and also they have wolves. Regular viewers will know how excited we get when it comes to wildlife, and this is kind of a weird one for me because I really want to see one, but the reality that if I did see one, it's probably going to be petrifying.
They look scary as well. They look like grizzlies.
They're not those stupid black bears that run away at any sign of life. It's the proper muscly brown bears. And I know there's some kind of rules. It's like, if it's a black bear, you attack it if you see it.
You make noise.
You make noise, or you attack it if you see it. Brown bear, you play dead, I think. And white, like polar bear, you're just guaranteed to die. If I see one, I'm just going to play dead instantly.
I think when I see bees like pollinating plants, it's like one of my favourite things to see. It always makes me feel like super humbled, because it's like nature in its simplest form. These bees that are just like going about their daily business, not thinking that they're doing this amazing thing for the planet, and they're just going around pollinating things, making flowers happen, making fruits and vegetables happen. It's just makes me feel very happy to see.
Like, we've seen so many bees around as well, which is quite a stark contrast from in England. We don't seem to see many anymore, unfortunately.
I know, and there's so many wildflowers here that they're all over them. It's amazing. Oh, I'm so happy in the mountains. Behind me is Vihren hut, which is one of the huts that you can actually sleep in the mountain ranges here, and also a really good place to start your hikes. They have a list of a bunch of different hikes that you can start from here. However, for us, this is the end of today's hike, and we will be heading back down towards the gondola. On our next hike, we do plan to get the bus directly up to Vihren hut so we can start our hike from here. There's a bunch of viewpoints and beautiful lakes near here, so we are going to do a full day hike when we come back. So for now, we're just going to have a little rest, have some fresh squeezed orange juice, and then make our way back down to the gondola.
I'm not sure if this is a man problem or just a fat-legged boy problem, but every time I go hiking, I always chafe like nothing else. Like, it is red raw down there.
Bit too much information.
Before I came here, as I knew I was going to go hiking, I decided to try and find a solution, and I can confirm that this works! Now, I know that I'm a bit of a fashion trendsetter, and I think that the fluorescent yellow with the dull brown makes a fantastic combination.
You look sexy. Very sexy. But you haven't had any chafage problems today?
Not one little bit. Okay, I need to go and inspect when I get back all of the areas. But I'm pretty sure, 99%, that there is no chafage for the first time in my life with a hike.
So guys, this is our first ever time to come to Bulgaria, and first impressions, I think, are pretty bloody good. This mountain range is so impressive. I did not expect this at all.
I did expect it because I googled it and saw pictures, so I knew exactly what to expect.
I did not expect it to be this nice.
But it is very, very beautiful, and when I think of Bulgaria, I do not think of these beautiful mountain ranges. I don't know what I think when I think of it.
But even like the flora and fauna around, there's so many amazing wildflowers, you've got the bees buzzing around, you have the potential of seeing bears or wolves. It's up there. It's been really nice day.
But now we have to finish our first video in Bulgaria, and if you're from Bulgaria, you probably haven't seen any of our videos before. You got a little treat coming up.
But before that happens, we would like to say please subscribe and please hit the like button if you like the video, and if you would like to be notified of future videos, hit the notification bell.
And if you want to help us make more videos, check out our Patreon in the link below. Now, get ready for this, guys. You honestly will not be able to guess what I'm going to do. For the first time in a gondola, thank you very much for watching. See you next time, and beans out!
Next time on Travel Beans. Oh my goodness, it is. Oh my goodness!